Sit down. Let me look at your shoulder. Hold on, Lisa. I'm going to put some alcohol in it, okay? I know, and it's going to sting a little bit, I know. But, I'm sorry, sweetie, I'm sorry. But it'll soothe the pain. Wait a minute. Was he hitting you with a belt?
Yes, he hit me in my chest and on my shoulders and on my back with a buckle also. He never hits me above my chest so that nobody can see any marks on me. He tells me I can't say that he beats me because he doesn't slap, punch, and hit me in my face.
Lisa, how long are you going to let this man treat you like this? How long are you going to keep silent? You got to tell somebody. Tell your mama. Tell your daddy. Tell somebody at the church. Sweetie, please, you got to tell somebody. I know that your family would not be glad to hear or happy to hear that this man is putting his hands on you like this. I know they wouldn't.
Betty, I can't bring my family into this. Mom and Daddy, they just couldn't handle this. Besides, Pastor Sills would really be upset if he knew I involved a third party in our marriage. He says, what goes on behind closed doors, it stays behind closed doors. He would hit the roof if he knew I talked to you.
What? Hit the roof? That's what he needs to do. Hit the roof, hit the ceiling, hit the walls for all I care instead of hitting you. Lisa, girl, I know I don't spend my time going to church like everybody else every Sunday, but I know one thing. I know that God does not condone a man putting his hands on a woman like that, especially a preacher man. I mean, who does he think he is? He treats you like a child. He is not your daddy. He's your husband. And he calls himself a pastor. Help me with this. How is it that he can manage a whole congregation when he can't even manage his own temple?
Betty, he just has a lot of pressure on him right now. You know, dealing with the demands of pastoring a large congregation and trying to build a new church and preparing for his consecration to bishop and all, you know, the stress, it just gets to him sometimes and he just needs an outlet.
Can't he find another outlet? I mean, there's basketball, there's football, professional boxing. Let him try that instead of using his wife as a punching bag. Lisa, look at your body. It's all battered and bruised. I hear you. He should try that instead of using his wife as a punching bag. I mean, look at your body, Lisa. It's all battered and bruised. Oh, it's a good thing he's not married to me. Because I would show him what an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth really mean. And I wouldn't turn the other cheek.
Look, Betty, you don't know him like I do. He really is a good man, and he loves me. I mean, just look around you. He works hard to ensure that I have a beautiful home and nice things to wear. I mean, what more could a woman ask for? Girl, when we were dating, he would call me every night and sing "You Are My Lady" by Freddie Jackson. You are my lady, you're everything I need and more. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know the song, so bring it on back.
He even sang a few bars to my coworkers a few times. He thought it was me. He was so romantic. He would buy me a different set of roses every week. Girl, when we were inseparable. When you saw James, you saw Lisa. When you saw Lisa, you saw my baby James. Girl, we did everything together. Romantic picnics in the park, long walks by the ocean. The day he proposed to me, it was the happiest day of my life. He proposed to me at my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. I can still remember how nervous my baby was. He got down on one knee in front of everybody and asked me, Lisa, to be his wife. And girl, I can still remember how nervous he was. He was sweating bullets. And 9 months later, we were married. And we had the most elegant wedding in Ocho Rios, surrounded by about 50 family members and friends. Ooh, sandy white beach, lined with palm and coconut trees and, ooh, exotic tropical flowers. Look, Betty, I made a covenant before God and man that I would love and obey my husband, for better and for worse, until death do us part. And like that old saying, what doesn't kill me will only make me stronger, right?
Well, that's what it looks like he's working on.
What?
Killing you, Lisa. Listen, sweetie, that was then. This is now. You need to wake up and deal with reality. Your past was a fantasy, a facade, a mirage. Let me school you on dating. Dating is like fishing. That's right, like fishing. Men use that old bait and switch routine. First, they bait you with their acts of kindness. See if any of this sounds familiar. Flowers, candy, candlelit dinners, romantic walks in the park. Then they hook you with those 3 words that everybody wants to hear. I love you. Child, please. And then they reel you in with those 4 words that just melt your heart. Will you marry me? And you standing there. And then when they get you, girl, they rip that hook out of your mouth, and that's when you realize you've been tricked and bamboozled. And that's when they show their real colors. So, Lisa, you see, James only told you what you wanted to hear. And he only did what was necessary to get you. And now that he's got you, look how he treats you. Girl, he's a fake.